I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we get through something pretty cool first here. I think it's pretty cool.
What do you want to say?
This is right there. Kurt, do we have like a?
Her dad's gonna take some pictures. Her mom's gonna pin that on.
All right, gotcha. All right. I got to do that last time.
Oh, I'm sorry I didn't ask you. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm over it.
Okay.
All right, you're going to repeat after me.
Okay.
I, Gretchen Braun,
There you go.
I, Gretchen Brown,
solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
solemnly swear I'll support the Constitution of the United States,
the laws of the state of Minnesota,
the laws of the state of Minnesota,
and the ordinances of the city of Caledonia.
and the ordinance of the city of Caledonia.
On my honor,
On my honor,
I will never betray my badge,
I will never betray my badge,
my integrity,
my integrity,
my character,
my character,
or the public trust.
or the public trust.
I further affirm that I will faithfully,
I firmly affirm I will faithfully,
justly, and impartially
justly, and impartially
discharge my duties as a law enforcement officer
discharge my duties as a law enforcement officer
in providing assistance and service to all
and providing assistance and service to all
that look to me for help
that
to the
look
best
to
of
me,
my ability.
that look to me for help to the best of my ability.
Sorry.
Sorry, you caught. I didn't know.
Dinner. Dinner.
Mhm.
Congratulations.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. All right, on to the real stuff. Approved minutes from March 23rd, 2026, regular city council meeting.
I move we approve. I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Consent agenda A, approved payments and disbursements. B, approved temporary liquor license for Founder's Days. C, approved emergency medical responder hires. D, approved East Grant lift station upgrade quote. E, air conditioner quote for City Hall.
Did D&E have competitive bidding for the folks that we have?
We wouldn't be required to at that price point, but I don't know.
We did not look for any other quotes. For letter D, we've got Hoskins as our system integrator for controls on SCADA for water and sewer, so exclusively use him for that stuff. Letter E, with that contractor, that's the one we've been using here for all the air conditioning equipment.
Mike, do you want to say a couple words about your thing here? Your
I
hires?
got the four, we've talked a few times, the four that we requested.
The people in there don't know what's
Oh,
going
yeah.
on. Just give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. Mike.
2 minutes. All right, so the Caledonia Ambulance, each year we do a class. This year we did EMR, Emergency Medical Responder class. Last year was an EMT. This year we had 12 people in this class. It's about a 50-hour class. It started 2.5, 3 months ago, and they all graduated or finished their course about a week ago. And so the ones that we're asking to hire tonight have been sponsored by the Caledonia Ambulance to take the class, and they'll be put on as employees as long as these guys approve them for hire. I will say that the ambulance services had really good staffing in the last year or so, better than ever before. So this will put, I didn't even count, I should have counted. I think we'll be at like 32, 34 people on the ambulance crew. So yeah, we're sitting pretty good.
Congrats. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I move we approve the consent agenda.
I'll second that.
Dave, Bob, you good?
Good.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. public comment.
Oh, is that now already?
We don't screw around.
That must be you, Danielle.
You're way too fast for me. So they're just here to, do you want me to go first?
This is your time, Rylan.
Well, I'm just wondering what's with all the rumors in town. The crap on Facebook is so bad, the way they talk about the city council and the cops. So I suggested in the thread, let's go to the meeting. I guess I'm the only one here.
Well, I'm here. We're here.
Are you here for that?
No, but
No.
I'm at every meeting.
Okay, oh, I didn't know that. You know, I'm sure you guys are on Facebook, so you know, they complain about the cops not,
I'm not.
well,
I'm not,
getting education.
I'll agree with her. There is a lot of stuff going on with Facebook as far as bashing.
Is any of it substantiated,
Unjustified.
Well,
unjustified?
It's disheartening, you know, just talking about, you know, for example, there was a lot of stuff about the city parking lot, right, by the laundromat.
Yeah,
Is that one of the things?
everybody's, a lot of people's tabs are outdated and that the city police isn't doing
Their
some of
job,
the jobs that they're supposed to be doing.
and a lot of rumors around the DeWitt building and the, you know, dogs pooping and on the sidewalks and the dumpster behind that building. There is a lot of stuff going on and talking and not really in support. It all gets deflected to the city without really educating themselves or coming in here to have a voice. And I agree with you to come to the city council meetings and address it on a proper platform rather than on social media.
Well, I kind of do both,
Mhm.
but
I
I
was,
just wanted I wanted to let you know, the shit that's out there and people are pissing and moaning and
I will
saying,
say, we do see that stuff. We don't respond electronically to just about anything because we're outward communication pretty much only on Facebook, but we have addressed the municipal lot. I believe that there's been some tickets given out and there should have been, if that trailer isn't gone, it should be pretty soon. Other than that, we've seen a lot of I live on the other end of Main Street, so I see it twice a day or 4 times a day every day, and I keep tabs on it. And then we've had just kind of some frequent flyers, for lack of a better term, in that lot that seem to be there for a few hours at a time and go, because sometimes there's 2 cars there. Last time I looked, there was 1 car, 1 trailer, so I thought we had a pretty good handle on it. This is, for me, it's a decent time to shed some light that our ordinances don't necessarily prohibit some of the things that you see. And sometimes that's because of curiosity, sometimes it's because it wasn't meant to be legislated, and sometimes because the ordinance is 50 years old and those things didn't happen back then. But that's a big part of why I say all this, is because that's why we restarted the planning commission to take these things on. So there is a voice that will hear these complaints and that will address that if our police can't do it.
how do you change the ordinance?
You go through the planning commission.
So they're on it then.
Yes, that is
How
there.
long will that go in session?
Will continue in perpetuity. It ended sometime I don't remember when we said it stopped. It started in the 80s, ended in the 2000s, then we brought it back in 2023. Actually, we have some terms to be able to reappoint at the end of the years, but it's been working good. As problems come up, they
It
address them
doesn't
with the
sound
ordinance.
like it though, if there's a big issue.
Sure. Well, on average, it's going to take about 2 months to change any ordinance once it's brought up, just with notice requirements and things like that. As far as the dogs, that is one thing where we are very limited. If that's something that we don't catch in the act, and I'm talking about sidewalk leavings and things like that, if we don't catch it in the act, there's very little we can do about it. We can pursue the license status of those animals, that type of thing. But again, and a lot of times what happens is people see things, they go to Facebook to complain or report, and then we never hear about them. And also, I should clarify, we don't chase down every single Facebook comment and look into verify it. If you want something done, you got to call the police. That's the number 1 way to get a hold of us.
It doesn't work though.
Or
It
video.
doesn't work to call them.
Sure.
I called them and told them that somebody was vandalizing the old nursing home. No one showed up. I sat on my porch and no one showed up.
When was that?
I'd have to look back.
Did you call through the county or did
Yes,
you call?
through the city, and I left a message. Because my number usually goes to voicemail.
You should call the county on those.
Going through
Oh,
dispatch
really?
is about,
Yes, always call the county for something like that.
if you go through
That'll be
dispatch, they'll get
dispatched.
recorded, it'll be dispatched out and there'll be a record of it. That's the best way. If you want to get something done, you gotta call. And
Yeah, but the police, they should be taking the 911 calls and
No.
responding to them. They
No.
know that day.
That has to go through the county. 911 calls go to the county, not to the city. If people don't know.
I believe you,
I work over at the police department. I'm the only non-police person over there that works full-time, and I can address that. The things that you're saying, Danielle, are discussed and talked about, and action is being done almost every day on those. For example, the sidewalks by the DeWitt's building, I mean, that was talked about this morning. The best thing you could possibly do is if people can get video of who's doing it. Otherwise, if they don't know and you complain about it on Facebook, you can complain all day, but if you got video or you have pictures of who it is, then it can be addressed.
And that's just it. There's so much stuff on Facebook, and it's crappy stuff.
And Jake is exactly right. That's an outgoing source of information pretty much only. Neither I for ambulance calls or Kurt or many of the police officers will never get into debate on social media. That has to be done in person or the professional way. And if you have a complaint against a city officer or whatever, it has to be legitimate and you need to put your name to it. Anonymous complaints or notes that are complaining verbally and not following it up are almost worthless.
Well, you do know that I don't anonymously complain.
No, I know.
And I have called them several times, and as far as calling the county cops, fine, that's good to know.
It goes right to a dispatcher.
Yeah.
They'll answer your phone every time. And
But
they-
it's still a lack of somebody not doing their job, is the way I see it. If you call a 911 number and you were told by the city that you have to call the city, not the county. Anyway, I'm kind of mixed up because I'm getting older, but it's just, I know you guys don't like to hear this, but hey, we all want to work better together, don't we?
Absolutely. The last thing I want to address on that is that there appears to be some confusion as far as who owns those alleyways and all that behind the DeWitt's building, the liquor store, all that. The city owns just the footprint of the liquor store for the alley. The rest is privately, unless some of that has changed hands. But behind the DeWitt's building, that entire section, that whole corner of that alleyway is private. And I don't want people thinking that it is public and then have them trespassing to take pictures of a dumpster. And I do believe, maybe I'm going out of my own lane here, but I think that usually what happens when that dumpster is photographed, it seems to get emptied pretty quickly. There's not really any room for the city to intervene. And I think most people will agree that it's not a situation where the government needs to be involved. It seems like it's taking care of itself pretty quickly. And I understand the dumpster gets overfilled. You do not want me to start talking about how we don't have anything to legislate the contents and volume of dumpsters. And we do not want to start legislating dumpsters in that way, rather.
I think it's just disheartening having to hear all that bashing about our beautiful city and not addressing things properly, and as long as it's already on topic. Is there an update on the DeWitt building?
Nothing public.
And you know, it's not, it just doesn't stay in Caledonia. It's like, you know, so everybody sees it.
Sure.
And sure, you guys can't comment on Facebook. I wouldn't expect you to, but it doesn't make Caledonia look good to other cities when stuff like that comes up.
Well,
I
I think,
mean, we are the county seat. That's why, never mind, that's from years ago, but people here are here, you know, because they're on assistance or whatever, and the courthouse is handy to get to.
Sure.
So,
well, I think, just to speak probably one last time, but to speak for all of them, the right to self-expression is probably our greatest held thing. And I don't think that the Facebook comments are ever going to stop, but I don't view it as a bad thing necessarily. I mean, it's probably not where I should get my information, but it's helpful. I mean, there's things that we learned from that page that are very helpful. And I believe that it's an important community resource, so
I'm not, yeah.
get in touch with us any way you can.
I enjoy Facebook just as much as everybody else, but I'm not bashing it, don't take me wrong. Bob, get going and go to a class.
I do not miss it, Danielle.
You're not, that's gotta be worse.
Question, when is the next planning meeting?
March, April
Next Monday.
20th, yeah.
April 20th?
Yep.
I will come to the meeting if we will take public input, because what I would like to have discussed is parking. And poor Bob was in the bakery on Saturday, and customers couldn't find a way to park, and I said, we happen to have Bob Cook here from the city council. So I asked if anybody had trouble parking.
And I found a spot right in front.
But I would like to see, as we're getting more businesses, and I'm only addressing Main Street, as we're getting more businesses, it's great. But are we going to have 2-hour signs on the street and then not enforce them? Is it every street? I mean, what is our parking, and can we look long-term if we do get a lot of these buildings filled? What is our parking overflow? Do we look at city lots? Do we look at leasing some other parking lots nearby that are empty at the current time? So that's what I would like to come to the planning committee for, is parking.
Sure.
How come you can't park in front of your restaurant? Like the yellow sign.
You can,
Oh, you can.
just
The-
ignore the sign, they want the yellow. It was there because there was that alley, that's the driveway.
Oh, okay,
So we haven't redone the sidewalk yet in that little spot, but
okay.
if you park there, nobody's gonna bother you.
The day I was gonna call Casey
Some
and
point.
tell him not to paint that yellow, by God, they were on the spot and they got it done before I could call.
So I got some black paint at home at one time, painted black. Where's the men color?
So
And that's why I
We'll be
didn't.
taking steps to take care of that this summer, so.
Right,
And something that will be on the planning commission agendas
Yes.
rather soon, if not this month, then next month will be code enforcement and our philosophy towards it. It's something that to speak freely, I would say that cities generally get by going with by telling people it's a complaint-based method of enforcement, and that not everybody complains. That's one of those things. And so it's finding out exactly how much of our resources we want to spend on that type of thing, and how much the community is expecting, and where we're missing, where we're not doing enough. We hear, I'm not gonna say all the time, because it's not that people are complaining every day, but there's frequently enough, we hear that places we could be doing better. And that's, if we don't get the feedback, we can't react. So it's certainly not a bad thing. It helps, and we just have to shape our philosophy a little bit more towards to meet your expectations. And that will take a little bit of time, but we are working on it. Good?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
There was something else I was gonna ask about, but I'll save that for, I
We have a
know
meeting
what-
in 2
I know
weeks.
what
You
it
can
was.
come.
What happened to, okay, a year ago, I wanted to open a pet shop in Caledonia, and I contacted you, and you referred me to the guy. What's up? I haven't heard from him, it's been a year.
So,
This is no lie, I'm not kidding.
no, I understand. Well, as far as why that got dropped, I can't say exactly. I
Well, there's
know,
a reason, you must know.
well, I'm getting there. I
Oh,
know,
okay.
I know that there was a bit of a family situation with our consultant, Dave Carlson. I don't feel like saying much more than that, but, and then I know he kind of lost contact with you. You reached out to me, and I've been dealing with you the last couple of weeks, responding just about spaces. And then when I was about to have Dave in here to help you out, then he had a sewer backup, and I didn't delegate or didn't tell him to call you because I kept talking with you, and then he had a problem at his home, and I didn't want to get into that because I figured it would sound like an excuse. So I just kept dealing with it directly, and
I
now
know
we're
he
here.
does, I know he does a lot of good stuff for the city. But if somebody wants to start a new business in town, the guy, even you, should follow up on it and follow through with it. Whether you don't like a pet shop idea or not, I don't know, or if somebody said, oh, don't work with her because she's a bitch. You
No,
know,
certainly not. I mean, that's why I sent you all those addresses and all that to work on. But,
Jeremy, knock it off, you know me.
so,
He doesn't, but you're gonna have to pull him in. But anyway, let's drop this, that's fine, I hear you.
Are you still pursuing that?
I don't know, I didn't get a call from the guy, for you.
oh, well,
I got an email from you.
yeah, I
With
think
some old
if you look at that
sites.
email, I asked you what you wanted me to do on the next step. And so I wasn't sure if that's what you wanted me, if you want me to call those landlords, I gladly will.
Well, I like the guy that's got the grant is getting paid to do it.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be here, I think, tomorrow, or Wednesday, rather. And I
And
would
he
love to
can-
set that up.
He can call me, he knows my number.
Yeah, when next time he's in here, I guarantee you'll be getting a phone call.
I guarantee you that my kids are, when they find out I went and opened a pet shop, are gonna drop dead. Anyway, I thought that would be really a cool idea in Caledonia.
I think it's a great
Oh.
idea too.
If you like cats and dogs and other little,
I meant that, so would you be talking about doing grooming services as well, anything like that, or just pets and pet accessories?
I don't know. I'd have to see the space and stuff,
We can talk about it.
yeah.
Daniel, thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
Do you really?
I do. I do. You are a taxpayer.
You're only
You have
wearing
every
these
right.
sunglasses because of prescription, I forgot my glasses.
You're just trying to look cool. We
Oh
understand.
my God. I would have done my hair if I thought I wanted to look cool.
Casey, you're up, brother. Go.
All right. Public Works crew's been pretty busy here over the last couple of weeks. Street crew's been, keeping up, sweeping on streets, patching where needed. Spring cleanup started this week, so they're out picking up, bundles and bags in the yards. Aerated all the city park land and stuff, got fertilizer down, so we're taking a good fresh start at spring for grass. And then working on some dirt and seed and whatnot from our stormwater project last fall, kind of cleaning up between them properties. And then up at the ballpark as well here, did a little landscaping with the projects going up there. If you guys get a chance, take a peek up there. Light department, street department guys have been up there pouring concrete, straightening up that old building, getting things squared up real nice, in good shape. Water sewer department guys, fixing some gate valves in the street, getting the water in the restrooms and stuff, open park buildings. Kind of slowly working on moving some stuff up to the new facility. And then pretty quick here, be getting ready to ramp up to clean up the pool and get that started. Stormwater, we've got a culvert out on West Main Street that's sinking pretty quick, so we'll be digging that up shortly, replacing that one. Buildings, we just talked about. Our benches and picnic tables and stuff showed up today, so we'll get those going here pretty quick as well. Zoning, next Monday's planning commission, we got a setback variance hearing and proposed subdivision of one lot into two with a rezone request on that new parcel as well. That's what I got.
Awesome. Jake, before you go, Daniel, here's my problem with Facebook. Okay.
We've had a time.
Have any of you went to the ball field and looked at it? Anybody in here?
No.
I didn't know they were doing anything with it.
It's incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I've been up there 3 times. I think I got out of my car and went and looked at it. What Casey's guys are doing is it looks so good, and all the buildings are painted right. They built a new press box last year. That place looks amazing. They've poured concrete all around it. Nobody goes and takes a picture of that and puts it on Facebook and says, "Good job." But they love to bitch about a dumpster that's on somebody else's property.
Right, and that's the
So
problem.
I'll get off my high horse now.
That's the problem that I have too.
Stand down.
It's very disheartening.
Thank you, though. You guys are doing an unbelievable job. Keep it up.
You're
Jake,
so positive, Jeremy.
Jake, you
What
can go
happened to you?
I think I have one or two. On Friday, I was able to go to Pine Island City Hall, and there was about 27 other city administrators from Southeast Minnesota, right, basically the middle of Representative Finstad's district, and he was there with the deputy director of the USDA's utilities program, which they talked a lot about, basically just money for rural towns where we can get some, but it was very, very interesting, very valuable to myself and Janet Elton were the only two Houston County representatives there, and to hear all the cities in the Rochester area, the problems that they have, which is not being able to build out their water and sewer fast enough, or basically their plant is not big enough to handle their rampant growth, that type of thing. And so I was able to speak and say, we have the exact opposite problem in southeast Minnesota. We want, we need money for infrastructure to make it possible to make the town grow. And that was mostly all of that I said. And then on that note, we are extremely happy to announce that for Warrior Ave, we got another $1.5 million. So that now is about 105% funded. So with that going through this summer, that will make a big difference in the kind of the traffic footprint and the way traffic moves. And myself and a few others, I'm sure, are very excited to see what it does to football traffic on Friday nights this fall, because it will be open. So that's the good news. That's actually the only news.
All right. New business, A, approve aquatic center positions and wages.
So are the people listed here, locked in?
Yes, these are all people that
Good.
they actually applied rather than the other way around, which sometimes what has to happen. So the question for you is, should you approve these lifeguard hires and appointments? So we have this list with Patty Getzinger interested as pool manager, Kellen Koniak and Caden Hauser returning to take the assistant manager spots, and then our lifeguards, Oliver Bowman, Anna Shaw, Emily Fitzpatrick, Jacob Klug, and JC Westland, and Chase Hauser, with only a couple, one of those being brand new, or two of them. So, but we had Parks and Rec met immediately before this meeting, just to go over that, make sure everything looked good, and there, I believe, was we're talking about adding $1 to the lifeguard and assistant lifeguard wages. That's pretty customary to raise them before the pool season. And we've been doing that the last, I think, 3 to 4 years at least. Just to, one, because it's how we budget, two, to make it more attractive, and three, is kind of trying to get the best thing we can possibly have is returning lifeguards. And so keeping it competitive, making it where it's reliable, and the kids actually get a reward for working all summer. And that's very helpful. And then this year, like last year, we plan to we plan to pay out the earn sick and safe time, which is something it's a regulation that was imposed a couple of years ago. Ends up being it turns out to be about a 10% bonus, for lack of a better word, at the end of the season, just because they build up the sick time and they're not going to use it, so we pay it out. A couple of things that have made that a little bit more attractive.
Is 9 lifeguards enough to be full-time?
No. So we need to be at around the 12 number. There's still time. Every year we bring this lifeguard, we bring the lifeguard item more than once because we get more later season applicants. And then a lot of times, just with the nature of summer work, the applications come in later. They don't come in until the day before they need to start working, a few things like that. And then we've been holding a certification class the last year or two on the Memorial Day weekend. And that sometimes the applications come in right around then. But for the last 3 years, we've found them, last minute or otherwise, we still get them.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve 2026 lifeguard hires and appointments.
I second.
Any discussion? Dave, Amanda?
Does this include the $1 raise?
That's what I was about to ask. So do you want to amend that to include?
What's
your
listed
stuff?
here is not with that $1. So
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Okay. I'll amend it to approve the $1 per lifeguard, $1 per hour raise.
I second as amended.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
You want me to abstain?
You did.
You did. We did hear you.
Didn't say anything, so it does count.
B, approve updated water safety instructor policy.
Okay, so in the same vein, this is just a very, very quick update to every year we reimburse our water safety instructors for the course that they take. And we had a hiccup. You said item 1, we never actually made it required that they do the water safety instructor duties. And we had not many, but a rare case where we've had some reimbursements that we owed for a service that we didn't get. So this is just changing that policy. You may be wondering why you care about this, but it's just the procedure.
So basically, if they don't finish the season, they don't get paid for the training.
Typically, yeah.
That's, okay.
And we've had that too, where we had an emergency mid-season where they leave and we just need this, we were kind of handcuffed in those earlier examples. Now we won't be. And again, it's a few $100 a year.
Well, and that part has always been instituted, right? It's the thing that we're adding is that they have to perform, they have to be,
Yeah.
they have to actually teach lessons in order
Yes.
to be reimbursed for the lessons part of the certification.
Yep.
Seems fair to me.
I move to approve the updated reimbursement policy for pool lifeguard certification.
I'll second that.
Discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. C, fire department training site proposal. Let's see it, boys.
So I'm Alex Betts, Assistant Chief to Chief Winjum. And we received a very generous donation from Mike in Sports last summer. It was hot.
Yeah.
And we would like to build a training structure down at the city dump site. The back page is kind of a cool picture. Down at the city dump site, it's 3 shipping containers. They're 40 feet long. And we can do practice burns in them. We can do search and rescue because it'll be all smoked up. It'll have a second floor to do the same stuff up there on. And there's plenty of other stuff. We'd like to buy a forcible entry door to put in the front so that guys, it can be rolling on fire and we can come in, they can pop a door open and go in. And just, we've been really lucky the last 3 years to have 3 homes to burn for practice, which has been awesome. It's been awesome training, but at some point that will probably die out. So we figured this would be a nice addition to help our training and just keep updating our skills.
So this will all be funded with the donation from Mike?
Yes.
Nice.
Have you visited something like this, Alex, or where'd you get
Decorah
the
has
idea?
one. They have probably 4 or 5 units stacked up. I think they're just 3 stories tall, but
Gotcha.
we, when we go to fire school, we, burn in, you have to, this is what your certification, you go into one of these, not like this advanced, it's just a single one. You go in there and knock a fire down to get certified. So it's kind of just that same style. Anything to add?
Just building off of getting more experience.
Yeah, I think it's good for the future guys too, to get them in something like that right away.
Like he said, we have been lucky enough to have the 3 house burns that we've had, but when we go in there, everything is out. We're going into an empty room and we know it. This here will have obstacles that we have to work around with our smoke machine. It'd be like more realistically walking into somebody's house with the furniture and stuff.
Yeah.
And it will, they're aluminum, correct? Steel. I mean, they'll last a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have multiple burns on them.
Yeah, this will last years.
And then doing the house burns requires a lot of paperwork and stuff back and forth with the homeowner and stuff, doing inspections, so.
Yeah, and this will be, I mean, Monday, our training nights, we're not gonna be out there burning when the dump is open, so.
You got room for it up there?
Yep, we have it all marked out already in that corner where the compost pile is when you first come up to the right there.
Yep.
And then like future things we could thought about is like grain bin, if we had a small grain bin to set up there, and kind of what some other facilities have for future uses and things.
What, you called Decorah and see what they do for insurance and stuff, or what do we gotta do now?
Yeah, we had to figure that out. that's, I'd say the biggest thing that I can't answer tonight is what that insurance looks like.
And we need somebody to talk to now,
Yeah.
Alex.
Yep.
You know what
No,
I'm
we
saying?
kinda
You can get us some
discussed all that,
names
so.
and stuff, cause
Yeah.
we gotta, if you start the whole forest on fire and we have to pay for it.
Yeah, and
we
this,
gotta-
this
you
isn't
know,
like, this is all contained inside of it.
But you understand where we're at. We
Yep.
gotta- The things we gotta cross our Ts and dot our Is.
Do you think it's appropriate to delegate it to our fire committee, the two of you? Would that, to check it out and bring a report back and
Report it. Yeah.
Sure.
submit, because then the two of you could do a site visit, if you're things like this, take a look at it.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Good with that, dude?
No,
Rush
anytime,
down.
let me know.
Okay, we'll schedule something between your command and these two, and
Sounds
then we'll get rolling.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool project.
Absolutely, more training, the better.
It is, yep,
Absolutely.
for the future too. I mean, it's gonna last a long time, like what Jeff said. So
Yeah.
it's not just a one-shot thing. So
So are we
we're excited about it.
gonna
Yeah.
table it for now? Or can we,
I'd say you consider it tabled and it's delegated to the fire department committee. And then, yeah, because there, we have, we got to meet and talk about trucks anyway, so let's get a meeting scheduled and we can get through more of that. Yeah, that sounds good.
So we're just tabling it and you're gonna get a hold of us. Perfect. Perfect.
I think we're all for it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, just got to figure out how to make it happen, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Thanks,
Awesome.
thanks you
Thank
guys.
you.
Appreciate everything you do, all of you. Thank you. We're lucky to have you guys.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a good night. D, overtime reports, pay period, March 16th through the 29th.
I was curious, what did Gretchen have to do with the county? She's got 4 hours of overtime working with county.
So when she's, maybe I can take this one, Jake.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know.
When she's training, she rides around with the county guys. That's like that's like the first leg of her training. She gets to know all the roads in the county, which are, she has to.
Good
When she's
idea.
got to respond and go help somebody, she's got to know which direction to go and where to go. And
Yeah.
I never even thought of that until Kurt brought it up the other day when
GPS can't do it all.
yeah.
Well, the
No.
911 numbers helped a lot.
Yeah.
That helps a lot.
For sure. What's the date of our next meeting, Jake?
It's April 27th.
The next regular city council meeting is scheduled for April 27th, 2026 at 6 PM. And I will adjourn the meeting. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.